Margaret lowered herself onto the old wooden chair, believing it was just another ordinary moment. But within an hour, her back locked up, her chest tightened, and she let out a piercing scream that sent chills through the room. Clutching her waist, her voice trembled. Why does it feel like my spine is tearing apart? My dear story family, listen closely, because the way you sit today could decide if your back stays strong or if it crumbles into years of suffering. In this story, I will reveal 7 powerful posture hacks that protect your spine and stop back pain before it steals your freedom. Have you subscribed yet, my story family? If not, pause for a moment, click that button, and join us, because this lesson might save your spine from years of pain. Let's dive in. Number 1. The throne rule, sitting like royalty. Now let me tell you something shocking. Most elderly people don't realize they are hurting themselves every single time they sit down. They collapse into a chair, shoulders hunched, neck bent forward, and the lower back folding in like crumpled paper. At first, it feels harmless, but slowly, day after day, this careless posture presses down on the spine, squeezes the discs, and leaves the back aching like a heavy burden. But what if I told you there is a better way? A way to turn that same old chair into a throne of strength. Imagine yourself as a king or queen, would royalty slump, looking weak and defeated? No. They would sit tall, chest open, head lifted with quiet dignity. That is exactly how you should claim your chair, not as a prisoner of pain, but as the ruler of your own body. Here's how it works. When you sit down, don't collapse backward. Instead, lower yourself gently and let your spine stack up naturally, one vertebra over the other, like strong blocks of stone in a castle wall. Keep your shoulders relaxed, not stiff, and place them slightly back so your chest opens for easier breathing. Rest your back against the chair for support, but don't lean so heavily that you sink. The goal is balance, comfort, and strength working together. Think of your chair as more than furniture. It is your throne, and your posture is the crown you wear. Every time you sit with dignity, you protect your spine from crushing pressure, you keep your muscles active instead of weak, and you teach your body confidence instead of defeat. Sitting like royalty isn't just about appearance. It is about health, protection, and freedom from pain. So the next time you sit down, remember, slumping crushes, but sitting tall heals. Choose to protect your spine like royalty guards a crown, because your back is your throne of life. Number 2. The 90-degree secret, the golden angle of comfort. Before we continue, my story family, have you subscribed yet? If not, now is the moment. Don't miss the wisdom that can protect your body every single day. Hit that subscribe button, like, and share, because this secret is one of the simplest yet most powerful. Now picture this. An elderly man named James sits at his kitchen table, leaning forward just slightly, his knees higher than his hips. At first, it seems like nothing, but within minutes, his back begins to ache, his hips feel tight, and his breathing becomes shallow. Why? Because his body is trapped in the wrong angle. You see, the way we sit is not random. It's mathematics, balance, and science. When your hips and knees bend at sharp angles, the spine twists out of its natural curve, like bending a fragile branch until it's ready to snap. Over time, this tiny mistake leads to stiffness, pain, and even dangerous falls when you stand up too quickly. But there is a golden rule, a secret number that changes everything: 90 degrees. When your hips, knees, and ankles form this perfect angle, your spine aligns naturally. The weight of your body distributes evenly, and your muscles no longer strain to hold you up. Sitting becomes not just comfortable, but protective. Here's how to do it. When you sit, make sure your feet are flat on the ground, not dangling, not tucked, not twisted. Your knees should line up with your hips, forming that clean right angle. If your chair is too high, place a small stool under your feet. If it's too low, add a firm cushion to raise your seat. Small adjustments, but life-changing results. Imagine a perfect square, strong, balanced, steady on all sides. That is what your body becomes when you honor the 90-degree secret. Your back feels lighter, your hips stay flexible, and your circulation improves because nothing is pinched or compressed. This is not just about posture. It's about dignity, comfort, and protection. The 90-degree rule keeps you upright, safe, and strong. So the next time you sit down, don't settle for sloppy angles. Claim the golden angle of comfort and let your body thank you with freedom from pain. Number 3, the cushion shield, protecting pressure points. Imagine sitting on a hard wooden chair for hours. At first, you might shift a little, trying to get comfortable. But soon, a dull ache creeps into your lower back. Your tailbone feels pressed like a stone against the seat, and even your hips begin to burn. This is not just discomfort, it's your body crying out for protection. You see, as we age, the natural padding in our bodies, the fat and muscle that once cushioned our bones, begins to thin out. Seniors especially feel this in the hips, the lower back, and the buttocks. What used to be a simple chair suddenly feels like an enemy, pressing into the most delicate parts of the body. Over time, this constant pressure doesn't just hurt. It can cause bruising, stiffness, or even sores that take weeks to heal. But here is where the secret weapon comes in, the cushion shield. A simple supportive cushion placed under you transforms even the hardest chair into a throne of comfort. It's not about luxury. It's about protection. The right cushion absorbs shock, spreads your weight evenly, and gives your spine the gentle support it craves. Think of it this way. Knights of old never went into battle without their armor. Why should you go into the daily battle against gravity without yours? A cushion is your shield, your silent protector against pain and damage. And here's the best part. You don't need expensive equipment. A firm pillow, a wedge-shaped seat cushion, or even memory foam designed for seniors can make all the difference. Place it carefully so your hips stay level, your back remains supported, and your body feels embraced instead of crushed. When Sarah, a grandmother of 4, started using a simple cushion at her dining table, she noticed the change immediately. Her back stopped aching. She could sit longer without squirming, and she even walked away from the chair feeling lighter. What seemed like a small adjustment turned into a life-changing habit. Never underestimate the power of this shield. Pain is not a sign of age. It's often a sign of neglect. Protect your pressure points, and your body will repay you with strength, comfort, and the freedom to enjoy each moment. Number 4, the feet of stability, grounded, never floating. When your feet dangle in the air or slide too far forward on the floor, you may not notice the quiet damage happening to your body. The spine, which depends on proper alignment for balance and support, begins to twist and strain under unnatural pressure. Over time, this small habit can trigger backaches, hip discomfort, and even nerve irritation that spreads to the legs. Something as simple as the way your feet rest can either protect or punish your spine. The secret is grounding. Both feet, planted firmly on the floor, act like roots of a strong tree. From these roots, stability rises upward through your legs, hips, and finally into your spine. This rooted posture doesn't just prevent pain. It creates balance, strength, and confidence in every movement. You are not floating, not fragile, but connected and secure. Think of the difference between a chair that rocks unsteadily and one that sits firmly on all 4 legs. Which feels safer? Your body is the same. Dangling feet leave you unstable, but grounded feet provide a foundation that tells your spine, you are supported. You are safe. Seniors who adopt this habit often notice immediate relief because the body no longer struggles to hold itself in awkward, twisted positions. Practical adjustments make this posture possible for everyone. If your chair is too high and your feet cannot reach the ground, use a sturdy footrest or even a low stool to bring the earth closer. If your chair is too deep and forces your legs to slide forward, place a cushion behind your back so your knees bend naturally. Small changes create powerful results. Grounding the feet does more than protect the back. It also improves circulation. With feet flat on the ground, blood flows more easily through the legs, reducing swelling and fatigue. It also helps with balance when standing up, lowering the risk of falls, because your body learns to rise from a stable base. Every time you sit, remind yourself, your feet are your foundation. Treat them as anchors, not ornaments. A grounded body is a strong body, and a strong body is a pain-free body. Just like the roots of a tree keep it upright through storms, your feet, firmly placed, will keep your spine steady, supported, and free from unnecessary strain. Number 5, the movement law, Stillness is the enemy. One of the greatest enemies of a healthy spine is not heavy lifting, twisting, or even age. It is stillness. Remaining seated for hours without moving may feel harmless, but in reality, it is like quietly trapping your back in chains. The muscles tighten, the joints stiffen, and the blood flow slows down, starving the spine of the nourishment it needs to stay strong. Think of the spine as a living tree. A tree thrives when wind, sunlight, and rain move freely through it. But if you lock it away from movement, it begins to wither. In the same way, when seniors stay seated too long, the spine begins to lose its vitality. That stiffness you feel after sitting for hours, it is your body begging for movement. This is where the movement law comes in. Stillness destroys, motion heals. By simply standing up every 30 minutes, even for a brief stretch or a short walk, you refresh circulation and reset posture. It's not about exercising for hours. It's about breaking the prison of stillness with tiny bursts of motion. When you rise, your blood flows stronger, carrying oxygen and nutrients to the spinal discs that act as cushions between your bones. These discs are like sponges. They only absorb fluid when the body moves. Without movement, they dry out, leading to pain, stiffness, and imbalance. But with regular standing and stretching, they stay hydrated, flexible, and resilient. Simple strategies make this easy to follow. Keep a glass of water nearby and use it as a reminder. When the glass is empty, stand up to refill it. Set a gentle alarm or use a clock to mark your half-hour breaks. Even shifting positions, rolling your shoulders, or walking slowly across the room can awaken the spine and muscles. The movement law is not just about physical health. It is also about mental clarity. Each time you rise, your mind sharpens, your mood lifts, and your body feels renewed. Stillness is silent decay. Motion is life. So remember, never let a chair become your cage. Stand, stretch, breathe, and walk. With every small movement, you're not just protecting your spine, you're choosing freedom over pain. Number 6, the confident sit, mind over spine. Fear has a strange way of shaping the body. When we feel anxious, insecure, or weak, the body responds by folding inward. Shoulders slump, the chest caves in, and the head bows forward as if the spine is carrying invisible weight. For many seniors, this posture becomes automatic, a quiet signal of fear, fatigue, or self-doubt. But what most don't realize is that this emotional shrinking is one of the fastest ways to injure the back. The truth is simple yet powerful. The way you feel affects the way you sit. When fear tightens your muscles, it creates tension that pulls the spine out of alignment. The nerves become irritated, the joints grow stiff, and even breathing becomes shallow. This is why the confident sit is not just about looking proud. It is medicine for the body. Imagine sitting with your chest gently lifted, shoulders open, and chin aligned, not forced, not stiff, but natural and calm. This position tells your muscles, relax, you are safe. It allows oxygen to flow more freely into the lungs, feeding energy into every cell of your body. It reduces the pressure on the lower back and releases the tightness in the shoulders and neck. More importantly, it signals to your brain that you are strong, capable, and in control. Think of your chair as a stage. When you sit with confidence, you command presence, even if you are the only one in the room. This posture is not vanity, it is healing. Your mind lifts your body, and your body, in turn, lifts your spirit. Practical steps make this habit simple. Before sitting down, pause and take a deep breath. Place both feet firmly on the ground. Straighten your spine as though a golden string is gently pulling you upward, and let your shoulders drop into relaxation. Do not force stiffness. Allow calm dignity to shape your seat. With practice, your body learns to hold itself with grace, and your spine thanks you with strength instead of pain. Confidence is more than a feeling. It is a posture of health. When you choose to sit like you matter, your back grows stronger, your breathing deepens, and your energy expands. The confident sit is a daily reminder that your mind can heal your body, one seat at a time. Number 7, the shoulder release, unlocking hidden tension. Many elderly people sit with shoulders hunched forward, as if carrying invisible weights. This posture might feel natural at first, but it secretly compresses the spine, squeezes the chest, and makes every breath harder. Over time, the pressure builds like a tightening rope around your back and neck, stealing away comfort, energy, and even confidence. Now imagine the opposite, sitting with your shoulders relaxed, gently rolled back, and released from that invisible burden. Suddenly, the chest opens, the lungs breathe deeper, and the spine feels supported instead of strained. It's not just a posture adjustment, it's freedom. This is what I call the shoulder release. It is the art of unhooking years of hidden tension. Think of it as dropping a heavy backpack you didn't even realize you were carrying. The relief is instant. When the shoulders relax, they stop dragging the spine into a hunched, painful curve. Instead, the upper body balances naturally, distributing weight evenly and giving the lower back a break. This one shift can prevent the constant ache many seniors mistake for just aging. It's not age, it's posture, and posture can change. The secret is awareness. Each time you sit down, pause and ask yourself, are my shoulders climbing toward my ears? Are they collapsing forward like closed doors? If the answer is yes, gently roll them back, let them drop, and open your chest as if welcoming fresh air. Picture yourself not as small and compressed, but as open, calm, and dignified. Practical tools can help make this habit stick. Supportive chair backs that rise high enough to meet your shoulder blades encourage alignment. A small rolled towel placed behind your mid-back can serve as a reminder to stay tall and free. Even simple breathing exercises, inhale, lift the chest, exhale, release the shoulders, train the body to choose relaxation over strain. The benefits extend beyond the back. Relaxed shoulders reduce neck pain, headaches, and stiffness. They also improve mood because the body no longer carries the posture of defeat. Instead, it wears the posture of strength. You are no longer weighed down. You are lifted up. Every time you sit, remember this truth. Your shoulders are not chains. They are wings. Release them, and you unlock not only your spine's safety, but also your body's natural energy and dignity. In conclusion, every posture we have explored today carries a powerful lesson. Sitting like royalty reminds us that dignity is medicine for the body. Using cushions to protect the natural curves of the spine proves that small changes bring great relief. Moving every 30 minutes teaches us that stillness destroys while motion heals. Grounding the feet like roots of a tree shows that stability always begins from below. And finally, the confident sit reveals that the mind is not separate from the body. It is the commander of strength. These 7 posture hacks are not tricks. They are timeless truths. They prove that health is not hidden in expensive treatments or complicated therapies, but in the simple, daily choices we make with our own body. Seniors who practice these habits do not just avoid pain. They regain freedom, energy, and self-respect. So the real lesson is this: your chair does not control you, you control it. With awareness and practice, every seat becomes a throne, and every moment of sitting becomes an opportunity to heal instead of harm. Now, my story family, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Drop it in the comments below. And if today's message opened your eyes or touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, subscribe for more life-changing health secrets, and share this video with someone you love, because one simple posture could save their spine and transform their life.